We go through section B of our 2023 past paper, okay? So here we start with B1, number 1, section B, number 1. Let's do part 8. It says, explain two steps with reaction equations of the reaction mechanism, okay? Reaction mechanism that are required to explain how HCl reacts with 2-methylpropene. Okay, so basically we know that for our reaction mechanism, we are probably going to get the alkanes, or when we get an alkene, like here, 2-methylpropene, remember alkenes, we have two reaction mechanisms, common ones. One is going to be the alkene with HX, guys, okay? Which here is an example. HCl is an example of HX, guys. This one has 2 steps. And then the other one is going to be the alkene reaction with water, okay? The hydration one, where you can look at the steps. They're more clearly explained when you see alcohols, okay? When you go to the hydration of alkenes to give you alcohols, okay? That 3-step reaction. So now we go here. Let's start with this 2-step one for alkenes. Remember, we have the alkanes one, this one that they are asking for right now, and then the other one for alkenes giving you alcohols. So let's go through this one, right? Those ones are common. So let's go through this one. We have HCl as our HX, and it is reacting with 2-methylpropene. If you actually go through your slides, the one that's given is actually 2-methylpropene. What happens is, this is what it looks like. You have your C double bond and then single bonded to a CH3. So this is propene right here, okay? In here, you'll be having this as CH2, because carbon should have 4 bonds. Here it has 2 and then 2 with hydrogen. So yeah. Then this one is going to be bonded to another carbon, and that is what makes the methyl, okay? Because your propene is this one, okay, continuous chain, and then this guy is a methyl. He's on carbon number, this is carbon number 1, number 2, and he is on carbon number 2. You can see that. So he is 2-methyl and then propene. Now what do we do? This guy, we wanted to show the reaction with HX. So first it's going to react with H+, okay? It's going to react with H+. And we know that whenever you react with something, when we have a plus, the electrons are going to go towards that positive guy, okay? So here electrons go from the double bond to the H+, and then what are we going to get? This H+ is going to come and stick where there are more hydrogens. So we are going to end up having something like this. Here C bonded to a CH3, bonded to a CH3, and then this is just a carbocation, because the 2 electrons will go and he will get nothing. Then he is going to be a CH2 bonded to another H, which is in actual fact a CH3 now. Okay, so this now becomes a CH3, but we just like to write it as CH2, then we show the other H that just came. Now, what's going to happen is in step number 2, this guy, so we have him. If you see the slides, they put an H here, but it's just a mistake, okay? The H comes here. This is just a positive guy. So now what we have is C then bonded to CH3. Then here we bond to another CH3. And he is the carbocation. He is bonded to CH2, which is bonded to another H. Then what happens is we now meet the Cl minus. Okay, we've been told who the halogen is. It's going to be this. And we know that electrons always go to the positive guy. So we're going to point them going to him. And then what we are going to end up having is going to be your carbon. Then this becomes a CH3. Then here we have another CH3. Then here we have a chlorine, okay? The chlorine comes here. Then in here we have a CH2 bonded to an H. And this is going to be the end. And that's going to be your reaction mechanism. Now they want you to label the slow and the fast. So the slow step is going to be this first step. It's going to be the slow step, okay? Because the transfer of your electron to your H+ is very slow. Then in the second step, you are just going to have it as the fast step, okay? It's going to be the first step where Cl quickly gives electrons to this carbocation and he goes and bonds there. Okay, he's the first step, and we're going to get this, okay? This is the end of the first question. Let's go and see part B in the next video, okay?